Illicit trade represents about a $1.3 trillion market. If it were a country by itself, it would be the 11th largest economy in the world.
What is even more striking than the scale of the problem is the growth rate. It's actually something that is growing approximately at 101%.
Authentix is in the business of helping stop illicit trade around the world for essentially the betterment of society. We really think that fair and open commerce is an instrument for good around the world. So when you have illicit trade come in, it really weakens civil society and causes all kinds of problems.
Oil and gas is a big part of what we do. Secondly, we're helping countries around the world prevent counterfeiting, and in the case of governments around the world, we're helping them to collect excise tax by providing tax stamps. And then thirdly, we're into what we call our brand business. And our brand business is made up of large commercial customers who are trying to assure the quality of their products.
If you're out in any country, in any part of the globe, and you need to know in that moment whether that product or whether that oil shipment is indeed, authentic and safe and what you paid for, that we can enable you to make that decision right there on the spot and with confidence.
In order to mark a genuine product, you have to basically use some chemistry that you can either put in it or on it. It fingerprints it for all intents and purposes. It gives it a unique identifier. Then wherever that product goes, there is a mechanism to always find out where it is.
The Authentix brand around the globe really conveys experience and trust. We've marked over 2 trillion liters of fuel. We mark over 20% of the motor gasoline in the United States. We are the undisputed leader in covert fuel marking programs.
We usually see about 30% of the fuel in the supply chain is through illicit channels. You go to fill up at the pump, do you inspect the product? Do you see it? You just assume it's good. If you are a major oil company, you spent millions in R&D and marketing your brand, and then somebody goes to the pump and they buy what they think is your brand, and it's not. It could be mixed with garbage, with waste oils, and then they have quality problems and their brand is tarnished.
Beginning in late 2017, we partnered with Bluewater Energy, and that really gives us an opportunity to expand our business throughout Europe and other parts of the world.
So what I see with Bluewater Energy really is a truly engaged partner. What Bluewater brings is that visibility into dozens of companies, the problems that they're helping customers solve, and how can that relate to what it is that we do.
When we started this business, it was really about a marker and a sensor, and it was about analytical chemistry. But with technology and the convergence of technology today, we're finding that business analytics, data analytics, the cloud now is becoming a much more important part of how we're going to advance and move our business forward. It's no longer about give us information from a sensor, it's about compiling that information, analyzing that information, and then presenting that information in a way where they can take action.
The current growth plans for Authentix, there's tremendous opportunity for us because what we've always known is our solution works. And you see this because our customer retention rate is greater than 95%. When we look at near-term opportunities, it's very much about how do we replicate the success that we already have? How do we expand our footprint in the downstream space? Also, how do we look at expanding our end-to-end authentication programs to include now more midstream and upstream?
I think that we're going to be a better, bigger company than we are right now. We have the opportunity to take the good that we bring into the organization and only enhance it.
I'd say my best day at Authentix was the day that we were notified that we won a contract with the largest national oil company in the world. The entire company came together to get behind what we call the tip of the spear to make sure that we were successful.